नमस्कार दोस्तों. Today we will explain on tiles installation. So as we are all know about that tiles are executed generally two location. One is floor tiles and another one is wall tiles, also known as dado tiles. Okay, so today we will focus on floor tiles installation. First one is TBT. TBT is nothing but toolbox talk. Before commissioning the work, we performed TBT meeting about the respective work. It is important because this is the awareness message to our mason and helper how to work and how it will go in standard way. Next is material storage. For this work, we are using various kind of material such as tiles, cement, sand, water or admixture bags. So you can see the first picture, that is the process of standard stacking way to the tiles, and what is the wrong stacking way, that is the next behind the first photos. And parallelly we are one more photo add, you can see in third pictures, that is the stacking way for cement or tiles bag and how to stack. This is the, in this picture you can see we make a platform that is around 6 inches from ground floor and 1 feet away from the wall. Okay, this is the right way to stack those material. Tools and equipment check. Before starting work, ensure availability of the all required tools and verify of those all tools and equipment which is actually working condition or not, which are already available in working condition or not. Okay, next is MEP clearance. So obtained MEP clearance to avoid rework. It is means that we should take clearance from MEP department. If any kind of work is pending, then it will go for rework. So we should take clearance from MEP department to avoid rework. Next point is surface preparation. In surface preparation, we have to ensure the surface should be clean or free from dirt, dust, oil or other kind of contamination by using wire brush or brooming. If they are have available in RCC surface, then you have to hack on those surface for proper bonding strength. Next point is moistening the surface. Is it means of that surface have to moist or wetting before tiles laying at least 24 hours. Okay, and as well as have to ensure that no standing free water on the surface. If there have available any amount of water, then you should absorb those water by using sponge or any other cloths. So next point is level pad preparation. Level pad is the level of the floor that is used to mark final level of the floor, and this point help us to work accurately as per floor finish level, means FFL. So it should be continue at regular interval to entire floor at some same level. Okay, and next point is material proportion. At right side first photo you can see the image. So there have measuring box. What is this? This is used for making the measuring the material. Suppose we have some proportion like 1 part of cement and 4 part of sand. So By using those measuring box, we are accurately measure and confirm that we are made proper proportion mix or not. Okay, so it is very helpful tools to measure. Next point is mortar or concrete mixing procedure. In mortar and concrete mixing procedure, first of all, we washed the mixture machine by water. Then we take some water into the mixture machine according to proportion. Okay, next we add raw dry material into the water in the machine and check the mortar consistency. If water is required, then we should add, otherwise not. And subsequently ensure machine should be continuously running condition, not stoppable condition. Okay, so this is the right mixing procedure. How to mix the mortar. Okay. Next point is mortar or concrete handling. Right side at second photo, you can see the image. We are using some image tray to take out the mortar from the mixture. So, so always one image tray or fiber tray you should use to remove those mortar from the mixture. Next point is inspection. Tile inspection is very important task for us because tile boxes are content various count of tiles, and in those tiles are may be broken, may crack or damage. So tile should be immediately discarded. And before going to this point, first you should check the tile brand, color, code, size or design pattern. Whatever the tiles are arrived on your site, that is according to must be approved your requirement, as well as color and design pattern. Next point is bed preparation by cement mortar. So at this point I would clear about the concept. Okay. So as we are all know about that, tiles are installing by using cement mortar or tiles adhesive chemical. So we are discussing both of them. Okay. Therefore, I have prepared the visualized content for you that will help more effective understood about the laying procedure. So first we are focus on bed preparation by cement mortar. So in this process, first point is moist the surface before commence the work. Means of that, you can see the first image, that is we are wetting the surface before starting work, and in second point we are applying a thin layer of cement slurry over the wet surface for proper bonding. And after applying cement slurry, then we are preparing a mortar bed. You can see the image number 3, and the ratio should be 1 is to 4, 1 is to 5 or 1 is to 6 according to your requirement, and bed should be according to your BOQ or requirement. But in generally it is recommended 20 mm thickness. And after this we are applying a cement slurry, and that ratio will be 1 is to 1 ratio. It is the general practice. Thumb rules we are using 1 is to 1 over the cement mortar bed before placing the tiles. After applying cement mortar, we scratch on those bed randomly to proper bonding for proper bonding to mortar and tiles. And before tiles laying, the tiles backside should be wet by sponge. You can see the image number 6, and apply a cement mortar paste over the over there the tiles, and apply the bed. And next, subsequently, we are discussing on second point, that is bed preparation by tiles adhesive. So again the same concept will happen, that is thoroughly wet the surface before starting the any kind of application. Then first apply a neat cement slurry coat over the prepare area. After the applying cement slurry coat, we are place the concrete, and concrete should be 1 is to 2 is to 4 with 20 to 30 thick bed as according to your requirement, and that should be according to your requirement. And finish the surface thoroughly, and keep in mind in not to rough finish. Okay, ensure to not rough finish. And after that you cure those place at least seven days for proper gaining the strength. After completion, you should again the wet the surface, cleaning the surface, wet the surface, and uh, uh, apply a cement slurry coat. Then prepare the adhesive paste strictly as per manufacturer recommended proportion. Means whatever manufacturer we are using to laying tiles, and according to those manufacturer recommended proportion of water powder ratio should be used. And ensure the mixing procedure should be mechanical mixer or uniform with uniform consistency, and always add powder into water, not vice versa. Prepare the adhesive within specific pot life. Means manufacturer always recommended the mix should be consumed within time limit. So you should prepare that quantity of material that you can consume with those time. Okay, apply the adhesive on the floor or tiles using V-notch or U-notch tool. Generally, we are using V-notch tool, which minimum 3 mm bed and maximum 6 to 10 mm thick bed according to your tile size. It is based on according to your tile size. And comb a straight line and make a straight line over at 45-degree angle over the tiles. Okay, then and we are wet the back surface the sponge and laying the tiles. And you can see the image according to the process. So the image is help to us more effectively understood about the laying process. So next point is tile preparation. In tile preparation, we are maintaining it 4 point, and the first point is cut the tiles to the required size and shapes. So before cutting the tiles, you should always mark on the tiles and cut accordingly by using cutting machine or a diamond blade cutter. Okay. Next, the keep in mind always, that is the cut piece tile should be always within under furniture bed or corner, because it is very beneficial for less visible area, because it is when you are entering the room and first you see the cut tiles, then it is very awkward for us. That's why we are using it in under the bed or furniture corner, like this less visible area you should placed on that cut tiles. Okay. And the third point is vertified tiles. Vertified tiles is always we up back faces with wet sponges or any kind of cloths before laying. Or for ceramic tiles, we are always immerse them into water at least 30 minutes before use. Next point is tile laying procedure. In tile laying procedure, few points are also have there, and there tiles lie place tiles gently over the mortar bed before it dry. Do not spread mortar over a large area at once to avoid drying, and used wooden or rubber hammer to tap the tiles into position. Do not use MS or iron hammer, and use always spacer generally 2 to 3 mm spacer we are generally used, and check the tiles level after every 4 tiles installation using a spirit level. Maintain proper compaction during mortar bed preparation to avoid leakage. Next point is tile direction. So tile direction always be as per according to drawing. If we are not available, if we have not available any kind of drawing, then you should always pick rectangular size tiles instead of square size of tiles, and laying should be done according to longitudinal way. Subsequently, you should follow the arrow mark of the backside of tiles, which is indicate us the direction of the tiles laying to avoid installation error. Okay. Next point is quality check. In quality check, it's very important things is that always check the tiles during work, because if there have some error, then it is hand to hand solve, otherwise it will going to damage. Okay. Next point is quality checking. In quality checking, we are preparing few point to understand how to check the workmanship of the tiles. So first of all, we are check the leveling by using spiral level. Then we check the hollowness of the sound by using one metal or wooden hammer to tap the tiles. If there have any available of slope, then always check the slope, or any kind of crack tiles are there, then should be replaced with new tiles, and pattern should be continuously according to this way. Next point is slope requirement. So we are generally provide slope at kitchen, bathroom, washroom, balcony, and passage toward the drain outlet, and dead slope we are provided at bedroom, drawing room, and living room. There are no required any kind of slope. If slope in drawing are specified how much slope you will provide, then you can follow of this. Otherwise, you can follow 10 mm to 20 mm slope toward the floor outlet. Okay. Next point is joint cleaning and finishing. During the tiles laying or installation, the excess mortar are take out from the joint. That's why immediately cleaning are required. And if it will dry, then not able to properly clean those area. That's why immediate wash it is required. Next point is cutting work. So what is cutting? Cutting is cut tiles work into wall. Basically, it is 4 to 5 inches cut tiles work at wall and floor joint to prevent seepage during washing. Means of that, while we are washing the floor by water, then water collect some seepage into wall. That's why it is used to prevent those seepage. And during skirting work, you should maintain the level of the skirting, and joint should be matched according to floor tiles joint. And mortar should be always 1:4, means one part of water and four part of cement. And last but not in least, insert the skirting slightly into the wall to prevent future dust accumulations. Thus, means of this sentence is cutting tiles should be always inserted into wall, because if we are installed in backside of the wall, outside of the wall, then there have make a groove, and those groove are collecting dust or dirt at the future. So that's why we're always recommended the skirting tiles always inserted into wall to avoid future dust accumulation problem. Okay. Next point is protection and curing. So after completion all the work, you should always uh, protection of the tiles by LPD protective sheet, or barricaded the lock area to prevent foot movement or any kind of traffic at least 24 hours. Next is standard procedure for tile joint filling or grouting. So grouting is very essential part for tiles installation, because if grouting is not done, then tiles work is not done. So we are prepare some point and method, and you can follow such way to helpful to how to standard procedure or methodology to joint the filling, the tile joint filling or grouting. Okay, so first point is pre-grouting procedure. So in pre-grouting, always ensure the grouting should be carried out at least 24 hours after the tiles completion work. If tiles are installed using cement mortar, then always curing should be done before grouting, and check the each hollow tiles before proceeding the grouting. If there have any kind of hollowness, then you should rectify of those tiles, and after that you can go for grouting. And first you can see the image. The if excess mortar are available at the joint, then you should take out or clean from the joint by electrical joint cutter or suitable tools, as you can see in image, and clean those joint by blower or vacuum cleaner to remove those dust and debris. Next point is cement grouting and POP grouting. Grouting we can done by cement or POP also, and epoxy also. So if we are using cement, then prepare cement grouting as per approved mix. Fill the joint completely and ensure uniform finishing, and clean excess grout immediately using a damp sponge. Next point is epoxy grouting. So in epoxy grouting, I have prepared some visualized content to you that will help to understand. It is actual standard procedure how to epoxy grouting done, and there have some precaution also, such as ensure no direct sunlight enter the work area during epoxy grouting. So we should keep door and windows closed to prevent rapid setting during too heat of sunlight. Mix epoxy grout always on MS or plastic tray as per manufacturer specification, and use a prepare epoxy grout immediately after mixing, and apply grout using a rubber towel at 45-degree angle to ensure proper filling of joint, and remove excess epoxy grout from the surface immediately and ensure joint are fully filled without gap. And after 30 to 45 minutes completion, then clean those tile surface carefully using the scrubber or clean the water. And before completion 24 hours, within 24 hours, once again you should clean with mild slope water for proper finishing. Okay. Silicon application and where it is required. For kitchen and bathroom areas, apply silicon sealant at designated joint after grouting joint are completely dry. Ensure the grout surface is clean and dry before silicon application. And final protection. And after completion the grouting work, also cover the floor and skirt with LPD protective sheet and restrict the traffic of food movement over the entire area until grout is fully set. Okay, next is relevant IS code. There have mentioned some IS code which will help us to understand to execute those work, like code of practice to choose correct adhesive and testing method of testing, sampling and basic acceptance. And thank you for
your time and your attention, and keep in touch with me.